Hello everyone, Toon here, place catchphrase here. An interesting conversation popped up on a recent Watch Mojo video in the comment section. The video was called the Top 10 Netflix Exclusive Anime. It's your standard Watch Mojo Top 10 list. By the way, totally agree with the Little Witch Academia's placement on that list. But a certain person noticed something missing from the countdown. They posted this. What happened to the Castlevania anime? That was on Netflix. Why the hell isn't it on this list? A lot of people pointed out that it wasn't there because it only has 4 episodes. Some people argued that that doesn't matter because there were more episodes coming next summer. But Watch Mojo actually answered why in the video's description. Oh, you know, the thing that no one reads and would be better off if it were the first comment of the video because a lot of people would read it then. It would also cut down on people commenting the word first. What are you guys expecting me to do when you do that? Give you an insincere congratulations? Are you guys doing that just to be noticed? Are you guys looking for approval? I'm not your dad! Anyway, Watch Mojo posted this in the description. And for the last time, Castlevania isn't an anime. It's American. And then someone posted this. Because it's not a true anime. It's just an American anime done by a Texas-based studio with the help of a Korean studio to make it look anime-like. Because Ali Sharker wanted the series to be the most violent-looking anime. Of course, it's a Hellsingo ripoff. Then we get an argument whether or not it is an anime. But that does bring up an interesting question. Is Castlevania considered an anime? Prepare your butts, lads and lasses! I'm gonna tear that comment section apart. First we get this response to the comment with all the yelling. The comment that pretty much screams, "Notice me! My opinion matters this much!" Sorry to burst your bubble by. If they went by that, more than half of the listed show wouldn't be allowed on the list. Man, I added some extra punctuation there when the comment obviously doesn't have it. But let's see if that comment is actually right. Looking it up, all the shows that made the list originated in Japan in one form or another. Most of them started out as a Japanese manga. One started out as a film, then a manga, then a series, one is a film, and one started as an anime. And all of the anime themselves were produced in Japan, so I don't know where they got that from. And then there were these two posts. So only Japan can make cartoons and call it anime? Well, guess what? Japan also makes normal cartoons and just call them cartoons. Is that fair? Nope, it isn't. If it is fair, then only Americans can call hot dogs hot dogs. Japan come up with something else to call it that sounds ridiculous. If someone makes a cartoon and says it's anime, it's an anime. I did not say that. There are 3 requirements for something to be an anime. The animation style is produced in Japan, is aimed at a Japanese audience. Okay, so realistically, anime is just another word for cartoons in Japan. It doesn't matter where the cartoon came from, Japan, America, or France. The Japanese calls any form of animation anime. Americans, and for the sake of their video, Watch Mojo, views the word differently. We tend to think that any animation that comes out of Japan or close by Asian countries and animated in a certain way are anime. I get the regional aspects, but judging a show by animation style is kind of dumb. First, anime is not a genre or a subgenre. It's just the word cartoon. And like our cartoons, they do their animation in different styles. More detailed in animation and backgrounds, yeah, but in different styles. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, One Piece, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, Crayon Shin-Chan, Lucky Star, Sergeant Frog. They all have different looks, but are considered anime to Americans because of where the show originated from. The Castlevania show itself was written, directed, storyboarded, and produced in America. The production companies for the show are Frederator Studios, Powerhouse Animation Studios, Shanker Animation, Project 51 Productions, and Mua Films. I know I got that last one wrong, but it's made by Japanese animators. Well, no. Mua Film is a South Korean animation studio that worked on some of the animation in Castlevania. By that logic alone, the current Ben 10, Marvel Spider-Man, and Stretch Armstrong cartoons should also be considered anime. Let's face the facts. If you go by the idea that a show is created in the States but is animated in Japan should be considered anime, well then, Animaniacs, Batman the Animated Series, DuckTales, Inspector Gadget, Dennis the Menace, The Real Ghostbusters, and Gargoyles should be considered anime since they were animated by TMS Entertainment Company in Japan at one point or another. You know, the people behind Lupin the Third and Akira. Again, for me, it really depends on where the production started, I guess. I mean, Japan wasn't coming out with a Castlevania series. And then, we get to this comment. Technically, it is an anime, since it's based off of a Japanese video game series. What? What? Alright. You do realize by that logic alone would make the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Sat AM, Sonic Underground, the USA Street Fighter II series, the 1994 Ruby Spears Mega Man series, the 1995 Darkstalker series, the Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man series, the Legend of Zelda series, every cartoon in Saturday Morning Supercade, Pole Position, and any other cartoons made in the States based off of a video game that originated in Japan into an anime, right? Are you telling me that since these video games originated in Japan, that all of these cartoon series are now anime? I swear comment sections can be comedy gold at times. So in conclusion, is Castlevania an anime? No. Yes, it's more detailed, more fluent in its animation, and more adult. But I think there's a confusion here when it comes to us Americans. Because again, anime is not an art style. So when an American production company makes a cartoon that is in the same style that we are not used to in the United States, we become confused and we automatically think it's an anime or it comes from Japan. All the while forgetting that the animation from Japan comes in many different styles, like American animation. And when everything is said and done, they're all just moving pictures. Personally, I can't stomach Castlevania. It's a little too violent for my liking. In fact, I can barely handle Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is the one show I never want to see turned into a live-action movie. The gore would be on the same level as horror movies. I gave Castlevania a try. It's just not for me. However, if WatchMojo did bend the rules and include Netflix original cartoons that look like they originated from Japan, in the American stereotype sense, I'd go with Voltron, but that's just me. Toon out!